So for today's video, we're going to make an EDM trap beat. We're actually using Ableton Live 12 as well. And we're going to try and maybe use some of the new tools that they got in there. We'll see how we go. Overall, we want to make a banger today, not nothing average. Something where you can just be like, this was crazy. And for the first tutorial of 2024, I think that'll be a good direction to go in. So let's go. First, I'm starting with the drums today. We're going to be using another one of my kits from my sample pack. Sounds Gone Rogue. This kit is called Moving Weight. It's very good for trap. But we're going to make sure it's like the EDM kind of trap, you know. Like I always like to do is just keep it simple and then develop from there. Feels a bit slow. Alright, cool. Let's try something a bit different. So that basic one, I just didn't like it. Here I can go for more. What if we sped that up? The good thing about the stuff in this kit is, right, I've given you enough room to kind of flip these samples. Like you can, this one is a reverse hat. Doesn't mean that you can't speed it up. Doesn't mean that you can't make the kick or snare shorter. Doesn't mean you can't gate things, do you know? Like that is nice. Twice the speed. So this breath, we can kind of use it in place of a shaker, I guess. Drop the sustain. Maybe get rid of some of the bottom of that. Let's get some velocity variation on this closed hat, so that one at the end. And then I'm just going to put a velocity ramp on this one. And then obviously them claps. Maybe this hat, maybe not the dirty one, but this can be shorter too. Actually, I'm going to use that for like another hi-hat variation. Maybe like a triplet. Where to put it is the question. I could do stuff, play with the pitch. I'm just thinking, how much do I want? Show modulation. Or can I go up? I feel like we could put something on this breath. I don't think most people that use live to its fullest. People use live and have a lot of third party things, but there's so much you can do within just simpler and drum rack. Oh my God. That will do it, I think. We can use that snare for rolls and fills, I guess. Pitched snare here. Rhythm is basic, and that's not what I wanted. So cut, which is this. We're gonna wrap up these drums and move on. So what I like to do, of course, is put a groove. But we're not done. Drum bus, 50%, so that's like really parallel. It's good to use presets, but what I'm really trying to do now is just learn to dial everything so I can get things how I like it. You're gonna like it differently than someone else is gonna like it. So this hi-hat could do with more velocity variation, so what I like to do is, so maybe 10. Maybe the dirty hat, we just shorten it even more, I guess. So now the closed hat and the open hat are talking to each other. I like that. This, I think we could randomize the velocity even more. Like, and then I guess for the second half, we can put these claps in. Definitely not on the first, just as a little indication of what the vibe could be. I kind of want to signal the end of that a bit more. How do I do that? Mute some things. Keep the claps or keep the breath. Still thinking about that snare roll, like the picture of it. More extreme or go up instead. Maybe one more note there. So Live 12 has what I've been waiting for so long. You guys were already complimenting me on my organization and stuff like that. And I had to do a very backwards way of doing it, using the collections and creating these folders and tagging them. That was stupid. And I was like, why doesn't Live just have a tagging system? And now it hasn't. So I took like weeks just rejigging it, getting it how I want. So now I've got these sounds that I think are good for trap, but there's more to be found. No, it's not going to sound like that. This is how I get ideas. This is basically me walking around a room playing and banging on different instruments. But it just so happens that all my instruments are inside the computer. So what I'm going to do is get a piano and mark out all the chords that I heard in my head. Then we can do this. We put on the new scale feature. It's not that new, but I don't like the last chord. I might just quickly double the snare and the triangle, but really make it short. and turn it up. Back to these sounds that I don't like. I guess we roll with that. So we're just cleaning up the MIDI. We're just gonna take that first one. We could just use that as an effect. And then I'm just gonna add more volume automation on it. We'll put it at 100, put it at 0. But sound searching is just the longest part of production. But this is why I try and do as much as I can. I try and set time aside to organize sounds and stuff because it just takes forever to find what you really want. Maybe if I look in my own I don't know about this one. So I just use my own samples. Is that what we're gonna do? I'm going to put it in a sampler and have some fun and slice it up into beats, into halves, and warp it, complex, and pitch it down to match my key of D minor. The only thing is, for some reason, it doesn't know the tempo is 140. So we consolidate that and we drop that inside the sampler like this. Okay, something like this, that's hype. Let me sit there for a minute. I don't think that's good. None of it is good. I like the dark flipping horror sound of it. That's why it's called Ghosts and Goblins. So much bass to go through. I have to just drop everything in because we run out of time. What am I doing now? I have no idea. Now we're gonna panic and find some samples. That's the best method to do. Warp that. Obviously you don't want to warp properly, so we hold it and drag it. Let's edit the slices then. How do you reset slices? There. We can chop it. Come on, we can do this, man. Let's loop that. Okay, let's try this slice again. It's on gate mode. That means we need to make this super short, like drag it and just hold command. Get that, double it. Now I've got room to play inside that with something else. The bass of it is there. I want the high one at the end. Cool, let's try the new raw. One more vocal sample to help loop it back, because this is dumb.
It's a vibe, ain't it? You gonna grind, baby. Take your time with it,
baby. Yeah, we are freestyling at the moment. Delay on that vocal. Probably reverb on top of that. If there's a way I can hide that. Put some distortion on there, huh? I know what I'm trying to do. It's just, it's hard to use everything I'm trying to use. But I mean, that raw, I didn't even do too much. That's like my new favorite plugin. The colors of sound you can get with that with like, I turned like 3 knobs. Like, it's crazy. Okay, talking about bass, yeah. We need some bass for the first part. So I'm gonna quickly do some improvements. Reverb on the joint pluck sounds. I'm gonna roar it again. And then we're gonna glue it with the compressor, I guess. Maybe only like 3 dB of reduction. It's too slow, so we're missing the peaks. Let's make sure this has a nice break at the right time. Maybe a bit earlier. Select both clips, drag them back. Cut that off so that the other bass can get through, but like there maybe. I might double this, octave higher. I guess you could group them and reverb to glue them together again. Maybe that can go back up, pitch that up. Finishing touches, put some EQ on this one. Could be brighter, to be fair. I might need to just double that sample just for the last thing because it's good, but if it sounds like it's lacking in the bottom, and obviously EQ this one. Might be a good idea, it might not be a good idea. And they're gonna need their fades. There we go. That was an interesting one. Surprise! It's gonna sound good to someone that is like new to this and can't really make, and they can't really make anything they like because they haven't been doing it for long enough. But for me, that's just like, it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Of course, it's practice, but it's just some days you're thinking one way creatively, and other days you're thinking a different way. But let me know what you thought in the comments section. I'm tired. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.